G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I am going to try something today that I've never tried before. So you can come with me and we can try it together. So I saw this on Instagram and it was by Resin. So I thought, that looks amazing. I want to try that. So I'm using the Resin products today and I'm going to use their fast cure resin, which I use for my 3D blooms, but this is not a bloom. So I've got 100 grams of A, 95 grams of B, because it's a 1-to-1 resin, and A is a bit heavier than B, so because I weigh it, I do a little bit more of the A. But if you're doing volume, you can do 100 mils of A and 100 mils of B. But if you're just interested, you could weigh those 100 mils of A and 100 mils of B and just see that they're different. So, but anyway, moving on. What they did was they kind of made a rose, and yeah, it looks amazing. So anyway, I'm going to try it. I'll talk to you about it as I go along. So I've got this pack here of mica powders, and I'm assuming they used mica powders. I think they did. I'd have to go back and look at the video. It was a little while ago. And this has got 60 colors in it. Wow. So what I've done is I've turned all my colors upside down. Otherwise, all you see is the white lid. So I turn them all upside down so I can see the colors. Comes with a couple of little scoops there. There's some interference colors in there, like there. It's a interference purple. That's like a red violet. So anyway, there's lots and lots of different colors. What have we got here? Interference violet, all different colors. Now I've picked a pink. There's a pale pink, and then there's a deep pink. I think I'm going to go with the deep pink. See what that looks like first. I may need to add a little bit more color to it, but we'll see what it looks like. That one's peach. That looks pretty too, but I'm going to go with pink. So into my resin there, I'm going to add my pink. I haven't used this one before. I'm just going to use a little toothpick to tear that. Now I do want to use the mica because it gives that, you know how when mica powder moves it gives that sort of striated kind of a look. We'll pour some of that in there. Not exactly sure how much I'm going to need, but I'll start with just that bit. And of course it's totally up to you what sort of color you want. Whether you want a light pink, a dark pink, a red, a peach. I think any of those would look nice. Okay, that's really quite transparent still, so we're going to add more. I might add some of this lighter pink this time. Just pink. Oops, that one's already open. Okay. So there's no reason why you can't mix two colors together. I'm just going to stir over here so this mica doesn't fly into my mold. I'm kind of thinking maybe they used a lighter pink. Or maybe a mix. I'm just trying to think what it looked like. It was quite a pale pink, so maybe they did just use the pale one. But I'm liking those two together, and you can already see how it's making those, you can see the lines in there. So I think it's going to be really pretty. I just have to catch it at the right time. So what you need to do is you need to pour your resin, your colored resin. Look at that. You need to pour your colored resin, and then you need to leave it. Now this is going to be the tricky part. I'm going to have to come back and sort of check it maybe every half hour, I guess, for the first little while, and then every 15 minutes or so. I need to get it to a stage where it's not cured, but not touch dry. What they did was they put a stick in and it kind of lifted a tiny little bit. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. And I will come back and test it with you when it gets a little bit closer to that. I'm just trying to see if it's opaque enough. I can't see the stick through there anymore, so I'm going to go with that. If you add too much of anything, it can prevent the resin from curing properly, so you just got to be careful not to add too much of anything really. Alrighty, let's pour this in. So easy so far. Yep. I just didn't want to fill it too much. Push that in. So this is my Mystique tray mold, just a little tray mold. I've only got this in one size. You can let me know if you'd like to see it in a larger size. I've got some of my others in different sizes, but this one I've only got in one size. All right, so there it is at the moment. Looking a little bit messy, untidy-ish at the moment, but that should change. Now I'm just going to go with my little toothpick. I'm just going to kind of go into each of these little points just to make sure that there's no bubbles in those points, because the bubbles do like to get stuck in there. Okay, and we won't touch it anymore. Now we're not going to torch it. I don't think we're going to torch it, but you can already see how that resin is moving. And this is a really good example for the 3D bloom, how the white petals spread and move. See that? Look at that. I hope I didn't make it too deep. It's not quite full yet, but the deeper you pour your resin, the faster it's going to cure. And resin cures from the inside sort of out, so it's going to get, because it's contained with more resin around it in the middle, whereas here we've got air around it, so it tends to get warmer in the middle first. Look at it go! It's moving. So that's what we want it to do. I wonder if I should put it, I should have put it in my debubbler first. I'll see how this one goes, because all these little dots, they may be bubbles. Maybe I'll just torch real quick. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll see how this is going. This is my first attempt. We'll see how it goes. If the little dots here, if they stay, then I will have to put my resin in my Let's Resin debubbler first. But we'll just see what happens. But once that all closes over, and see, at the moment it's like really soft. So I will just continue to check on it, and I'll come back to you in a little while. I'll cover that because we don't want a fly going in there disrupting our pattern. So I'll see you soon. All right, so I'm just going to test this. It's still soft, as you can see. So I'm just going to stick a toothpick in there, and it's kind of leaving that little spike there. So I'm going to do it now and see how we go. I was doing a few other things, and then by the time I finished what I was doing, I set my timer for an hour, so it's probably been maybe an hour and a half, I guess. That's still stayed there. I don't really want it to be there. Let's just melt it back down with the torch. All right, so now I have to I have to try and draw rose petals. So all right, here we go. Oh gosh, it's quite hard. It's quite set in the middle still. This is what I was saying to you. It does set much faster in the center. So probably, whoops, yeah, probably should have maybe left it not quite so long, because the center always sets faster, but if there's like a little spike there, I can just melt it back down. So yeah, it's dragging a bit. So next time, definitely won't leave it quite so long. So yeah, I'm basically just sort of, you know, you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to just draw little petals. It is much softer down the bottom, sort of not down the bottom, but down on the edges there. But yeah, keen to try again for sure, and I think I'll probably just leave it an hour. next time. See how that goes. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Let's give that a bit of a torch just to kind of melt down a couple of those little tips there. But basically, you can see what I'm kind of trying for. I think if the yeah, if it hadn't set up so quickly in the middle, I'd get a better effect. But that's basically that's basically my rose. What do you think? Does it look like a rose? I think it's not bad for my first attempt. Not bad at all. All right, so gonna cover it and let it cure totally. A couple of little bubbles there that I probably got just from the stick, so I'll melt those down. And there we go. All right. Obviously need a little bit more practice with this, maybe with my drawing of my petals as well, but I think it would be easier if the resin was a little bit not so cured. So I'll make a note that this was an hour and a half, and then with my next one we'll do an hour and see what the difference is, because yeah, it's a bit too sticky. It's not supposed to stay up in a point like that as far as I can see. All right, I don't think I can do anything with the middle because the middle's really quite set, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't think I can do anything with it. No, not really. It's cured. The other thing is not pouring it so deep, because then it will take a little bit longer to cure, especially in the middle. You probably have a little bit more play time if you have it a little bit thinner. So I think next time, instead of 100, so almost 200 grams, I'll probably go for 150 grams. So see how that goes. But anyway, there it is, first attempt. I'll come back to you in a couple more hours once it's ready to unmold. So it seems to be cured. It's probably still a little bit bendy, but I really want to get it out because I want to go again. I want to try again and see if I can do better. So I thought, because I couldn't do my little swirl in the middle that I wanted to, I'm going to cover it up. And I've got so many little stickers of all kinds, some red roses, but I'm thinking maybe just a little butterfly, because I don't want to make it look as if it's like a rose inside a rose. These are really pretty. They've got some gold on them. There's some purple ones, multicolored ones. Those are a bit bigger. Some yellow ones. So yeah, I've got a whole heap of little stickers, but I thought this pack, which had the pink flowers in it with some pink butterflies, might be nice. But see, they're, get off there, they're kind of multiples, so I'd have to sort of cut one out, and I don't think a little rose inside a bigger rose would look nice, so I think I'll just stick to a butterfly. So in that pack it came with 2 different sizes of butterflies. There's the, oops, if I can pick it up, there's the bigger butterfly, and then there's the smaller butterfly. So I'm thinking just a small butterfly in the middle. So I'll get the bigger ones out of the way, and these are the, oops, that's the same. So I've got 4 different butterflies that I think would look nice, and then I think I'm just going to go around the edge with some gold, just to make it a bit more pretty, because it's not really that pretty as it is. Right, so there's that butterfly. This one's probably a little bit too dark. It stands out more, but it's probably a little bit more dark. This one's a little bit probably better color suited, but I prefer both wings to be open. So that one again, it's a bit dark, so I guess it's going to be this little guy. So I've just peeled the backing off, throw it to the side, can't find it anymore because it's clear. It's probably easier just to put it like that onto a stick, and then you can sort of put it where you want it. Oh, look, I'll just stick with this. There we go. Push him down. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a top coat. I'm thinking the next one I'm going to do a clear coat and then put some crystals around the edge, because that's what they did in the video that I watched. But for now, that's just going to be like that. All right, let's get this out. Like I said, it is still a little bit on the soft side, so you could make a bowl out of it. I will link my Mystique tray mold for you if you'd like to get yourself one of those. So you've got a piece of plastic to put down. Just going to use a plastic bag, and I can pop that down, otherwise it's going to stick. All right, so I have got these Let's Resin chrome markers. There's 6 in there, 3 gold and 3 silver, and they've got different size nibs. I think I've already got one open. That's silver. That's my silver one. Let's have a look. That's the wide nib. Oh, it's the really thin nib. What's this one? Oh, I haven't used that one yet. That's a round nib. All right, I'm going to use this thick one, and I'm going to give it a bit of a shake just to get the color to come down. Make sure that you don't like just put it like that and shake it, because the color might come out. All right. So here we go. It's going to go around. Whoops, you are soft, aren't you? It's very soft. It's going to go around the little tip there. Try to get that nib to sort of sit halfway on the resin and half off. But yeah, my resin's a bit soft. I know, I'm impatient, aren't I? But I want to move on and do it again, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, I'm in the flow of it now. Because I didn't fill the mold totally up to the top, I've got that little lip, and that's what the nib is sort of catching hold of. Let's turn that around. I think it just finishes off any piece really pretty. Of course, you don't have to do it. You might choose to do silver, just leave it plain, but sometimes I like to just have a little bit of shimmer going on. It's soft. Oh gosh, that's all right. You can see what I'm trying to do. If I was, really happy with this one and wanted to keep it, then I would certainly wait until it was more cured, and then I could do a better job of popping the color on. But there we go. It's really pretty, isn't it? That gold. I'm going to put my lid. Oh, it's on the back. It's on the back. That's a good idea. Then I won't lose it. All right, so those are there. I will link, not necessarily these products, but I will link Let's Resin regular website, their US Amazon store, their UK Amazon store, so that you can get any of these products, the resin, the mica powders, the chrome pans, and much more down in the description. And it's a coupon code. Who doesn't love a coupon code? So you get 10% off. So yeah, check that out. So there we go. There is our rose. I should probably do it just in a round, I think probably a round tray mold would be more kind of rose-like, I guess. Maybe I should do that next time. What do you think? Do you think it would be better in a round mold, or do you like this one? I don't actually have I've got geode coasters, but I don't actually have a geode tray mold. Maybe I need to make one. What do you think? Do I need a geode tray mold in my mold collection? But let me know what you think of this one, and certainly will try again. Let me know what you think of this one. I certainly will try again. to do better. You can see where I've dipped the little toothpick in there to check it. So yeah, it was much too set for what I needed. Come around the other side, away from all the ring lights. You can sort of see that shadowing. Kind of looks a bit puffy, doesn't it? Does certainly look three-dimensional. That's the sort of look I was going for. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. And yep, definitely we'll try again. See if I can do better. All right, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.